Hello, welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm Sebastian Andrew, and this is Storytime. Welcome to March, the month that spring begins. Sometimes. The month of the spring equinox, both the actual and the observed, which is not the same day. The month of springing forward, when daylight savings time begins. And the argument again begins as to keeping daylight savings time as the time, which to me doesn't make much sense. It would make more sense if we kept the standard time rather than the daylight savings, but I'm just a peon. Nobody in government listens to me. Which is why they decide and we don't. That ranks right up there with everything else that's going on that the government is trying to control this period in time. They are trying to control a lot. Have you noticed? Their control is getting tighter. Our freedoms are disappearing, and our problems are rising. Problems are appearing. Problems are everywhere, no matter what you look at. But my story today is about satyrs. Now, this is all personal observation and things I've gotten from other spirits. This is not necessarily things that you might be able to find on the net if you did a lookup. But satyrs are the gatekeepers of portals. They were the ones who opened the portals to get the different races here. No matter where the race came from, you would always find a satyr. Satyrs were tied to the portals. There are still satyrs around, undoubtedly. They are a very long-lived race, if not immortal. And they were part of the basis of demons, the horns and the promiscuity and the free living. Because satyrs love to live. Satyrs love nature. Satyrs love a lot of things. I don't think there's a thing satyrs don't love. Satyrs were also good teachers. Satyrs were good companions. The only thing I haven't been able to find is if satyrs experimented with creating new portals, or if they just were the keepers of the portals that they knew existed. I haven't, none of the spirits that I've asked have managed to give me an answer on that. So it's kind of a little boggling to my mind. And maybe it's just a human foible that when we find something new, we have to experiment it to death to see what it can do or what it can't do. That's one of my peculiarities is that I will find things that other people create, and I will either use them in a way that they did not anticipate, or I will put things together in ways that they might not have thought of. Like the speakers, the hand speakers. I'm not sure that a lot of people thought of using that for healing. And I'm going to keep going back to that because right now my explorations are with sound. So you're going to hear me bringing that up a lot. I'm actually after something. I'm trying to find a way to create a key. That's the only way I can see it. But it's not, it won't look like a key. For all intents and purposes, it'll probably end up looking like a tricorder. But what it is it's a device that creates sounds, different sounds, mostly instrumental, because satyrs use the panpipes, and the woodwind seems to be what portals, especially natural portals, respond to the best. But what I want to do is I want to create a device that can be carried in your hand or in your pocket, and would be able to play a series of notes, both audible and not, to open and manipulate doors, gateways, portals. Because I think part of me thinks that even the natural portals, if you were to play a set of notes one way, it would open the portal to one destination. But if you were to play a different set, it might go somewhere else, or it might, for all you know, screw you up completely and put you someplace you don't want to be. But that's part of the adventure is to experiment, to see what we can do. And it's not so much to ask permission, like I'm still seeing on the occult and pagan groups on Facebook. There's still people asking, and there will always be people asking permission. Can we do this? Can we do that? My answer on those groups, which invariably gets me thrown off, is try it. See what will happen. Either nothing will happen or something grand will happen. Okay? But try it. Don't ask permission. Just try it. Raise the energy, wrap the intent in it, and send it off. And see what happens. It's not that hard. I mean, one of my frustrations this last week was I was talking to a young lady who labels herself as, yes, I'm rolling my eyes loudly, labels herself as the creator of all. Now, that may be. She may have been the creator of all somewhere else. And she has been sent to this prison along with the rest of us for whatever reason. The thing is that she doesn't try to use the power she has here. All she does is whine about it. She whines about how bad her life is. She whines about how things aren't going her way. She whines about how her sales and her videos and her books, nobody's reading them, nobody's watching her, nobody's commenting. Wrap your intent in your energy and send it off. And see what happens. And I will bet you dollars to donuts that things will improve. That's my opinion. That's what I'm going to stick to. Anyway, I'm Sebastian Andrew, and this is Story Time.